Is it on? Hello everybody. This is Soli Dastur speaking from our home Hira Villa in University Park, Florida. And this is our 6th Tele class of the Zoroastrian religion. Before I start, I would like to introduce my wife, Joanne. Joanne, thank you for all the work you do for us, especially sticking with me all these 45 plus years. And we want to thank you for everything you do. So, welcome all to this again, the 6th All North American Zoroastrian Religion Teleclass. Today is Sunday, January 22nd, 2012. But let us not forget our Zoroastrian calendar day, Roj and Ma. So for Shenshai it is Ma Sharevar, Katmi it is Ma Meher, it is Roj Amarda, 1381 years Desardi. And for Fasli it is Ma Beman, Roj Depader, 1381 years Desardi. So, let us all welcome the participants by conference call from all Florida, Tampa Bay, Orlando, Miami, ZAF, and also all over North America. I understand people as far as Los Angeles and Boston and Montreal and Dallas are also here. Joanne and I are very humbled by your response, patience and attendance to these classes conducted with the help of telephone conference call for all North American Humdians, and hope we continue this type of Z religious classes in the future for the betterment of all. Thank you all for your participation, patience and time. Let us start with the class. Today's topic is Zoroastrian ceremonies and customs. We are going to have a complete broad brush coverage of all Zoroastrian ceremonies, almost 30 of them. As a background reference, we are going to use the historic book of Sir Ervad Dr. Jivanji Jamshedji Modi. And we are so fortunate that my own very good friend Joseph Peterson has laboriously entered the whole book himself into internet, as you see available on his website avesta.org. Joe has also made it available in a PDF version so you can download it. Thank you, Joe Peterson, for all the work you do for our religion. Today we will cover a very broad brush summary of all the Zoroastrian ceremonies. But if you are interested, we will cover it in details, those ceremonies that apply to us in North America in subsequent classes. We will end up with a Cyber Hum Bandagi in English as we did before. And at this time, I will have a surprise for you, and you will see it when we come to that point. And eventually, finally, we will end this teleclass by our customary Cyber Hama Zor Hama Shobet greeting. So, here is the book that I was talking about of Dr. Sir Ervad Samshul Olma Jivanji Jamshedji Modi. On the left, you will see a biography written of him by Marasban Gyara. Look at all the medals he has received. He was an amazing person, amazing scholar and writer, has written numerous books, numerous articles on our religion, an amazing person to look for. Here is the book on the right. Actually, the book was originally written and published in 1922. As you see on the right-hand side, I am on slide number 5. And so there are 5 parts of this book, and all of them are available, as I said, on avesta.org of Joe Peterson's website. I also want to give you a little bit of an idea about 2 other books that I have been using. These 2 books are called, if I may say so, the Bible of our high liturgical ceremonies. And we have 2 major groups of Mobbets. One group is Sanjana Udwada Mobbets, and for that Unwala has written a book on Pav Mahal in Gujarati on the left. And then we have another group from Navsari called Bagaria Mobbets, And for them, the Pau Mahal ceremony book is written by Pauri on the right. Then I want you to be introduced to another amazing historian called Herodotus. Herodotus lived between 484 and 425 BC during the Achaemenian dynasty of Cyrus, Darius, Xerxes, Artaxerxes, and so on. He was an amazing historian in the sense he traveled a lot, stayed in Iran for a long time during this Achaemenian dynasty. He observed quite a bit and he wrote copiously about all his observations in a very nice way. And he has written about the Persian social customs, the ceremonies and so on. And it is really in many details, and it is a wonderful reference book to find out how the Iranians used to live during that time. I did not have the book, so I bought the book as you see on the left. And then when I was preparing for the class, I just happened to Google it, and here I found the whole 9 books of histories, as it is called. Histories by Herodotus is available on this website, as you see in the upper left right hand corner. I am on slide number 8 now, and let us start with the actual Zoroastrian ceremonies in a nutshell. The ceremonies by Dr. Modi is divided into 5 major groups, and most of the scholars accept these groups. It is the first one is socio-religious ceremonies, then purification ceremonies, initiation ceremonies, consecration ceremonies. Liturgical ceremonies is divided up into the inner liturgical ceremonies called Pau Mahal and outer liturgical ceremonies called Hosh Mordi, and then combined group of liturgical ceremony combination of Pau Mahal and Hosh Mordi. We will not cover in detail ceremonies that do not apply to North America. However, if somebody wants to do it, we can do it maybe one-on-one or in a class if everybody agrees. We cannot cover all ceremonies that apply to North America in one Tele class, and so we will cover them in subsequent classes if there is an interest from you, and you people have to let me know. I am now going on slide number 9, and we will start with the ceremonies themselves. In socio-religious ceremonies, it is divided into birth, marriage, and death ceremonies. And we will talk some more about that in little bit of detail later on. And these all 3 ceremonies are applicable to us, so we will cover it in detail if needed. The purification ceremonies is called Nahan, Riman. Riman means a person coming in contact with dead body or dead matters for a long time. The Barashnum ceremony, the 9 days of seclusion for a candidate or for any morbid who wants to perform higher liturgical ceremonies, and then purification of contaminated articles. On this slide you will see on the upper left hand corner little Simon Todiwala's Besna ceremony. We talk about that later on, celebrated by the Miami Z Club under the leadership, able leadership of Aban Kavasmanek and all the mothers and fathers, as you see in the center up there. On the right upper side you see a ceremony of Ashirwad performed between a Parsi boy and an Irani woman, Parsi boy, Irani lady. And then in the lower right hand corner, a candidate for the Nawar ceremony in Iran Shah Atash Behram is in the Barashnum, the 9 day of seclusion, as you see. He cannot eat with his hand, he cannot touch anybody, he has to pray all the time. Somebody has to prepare the food and give it to him in metallic utensils, as you see. So this is quite a bit of interesting part of the ceremony for the Nawar, as you can see. And for Nawar, they have to do it 2 of those 9 day seclusion for them. We come to the next part called initiation ceremonies, and in that there is a Navjot ceremony, or as our Iranian friends say, Sedre Pushi